25th, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now. Yeah. Black Ink Radio.
Yeah, nigga, I don't give a fuck about these hoes. No, bitch, I'ma stay lit. See a nigga pull up in a Lambo and they be all over y'all dick. Lame ass hoes, I don't trust none though, so I always be on my shit. I don't gamble, niggas. Fuck him so good that he call me a hoe. I give him this pussy and take his lingo. Yeah, you gotta know that it's real. My bitches look good and we all dressed to kill. I know some shooters that's hoovers. Lick that shit up, call them movers. Real niggas keep a blicky with them. Toolie to your noodles, I stick it to you. Never could I want you and I fuck your homie. My bitch hit me up and drop the addy on you. Now we gon' ride, cause all of that capping you know and them hitters gon' slide. I'm out my mind, it been that way since the day I remember that my granny died. 15, just a teen. Memories kill me, and I be sparing. You fuck niggas, all of y'all lucky. The real ops be the thoughts, is calling the cops and taking your knots. But you busy spinning the block with hot niggas. That's fresh out the can, that shot niggas. To be with your man, so stop nigga. Don't know what you want, I treat me like playing. Sex, like a stall of shit, and I'm gone, ain't laying no niggas. Chest, you Luigi, cannot appease me, nigga, you second best. Don't love with my heart, that's wrong, and I don't want cardiac arrest. No cardiac arrest. Princess, like a stall of shit, and I'm gone, ain't laying no niggas. Chest, you Luigi, cannot appease me, nigga, you second best. Don't love with my heart, that's wrong, and I don't want cardiac arrest. No cardiac arrest. No feeling. Told him with all of me emotions, he childish. Fucking some boy, now both of them wildin'. We ain't supposed to have feelings in it. I'm confused, call Kimmy. Do I like the nigga send me? You trippin', you knew I was tempting. I ain't gotta spare no hoe. When you had the chance, you didn't, so caught the ops and start clapping. You know that nigga, I told ya, we ain't speaking if you ain't freaking. Call me quick, I'm running, you need me. Doing the dash so your hoes can't see me. Pulling up fast, just hopping the beamer. You all on my ass, cash out for this feature. You mention your moms, but I wanna meet her. Beat me like a drum, I flow like a beetle. Titty sitting up like grandma when she fall asleep on that couch watching Eddie Griffin. All on my knees with a band-aid, swallow your kids so you know that it ain't no speaking. Picking me up so it's hot in the rental. Don't tell me what you finna do, ain't my business. Got out too fast, left his scales in my car, neighborhood trap star, so we put you in Guinness. Told him I don't need no foreplay, slide that 40 across a bitch quick till I come. Got me singing like I'm Trey Songz, or a gospel singer hitting them runs. Giving this pussy, we fucking the yo. We having his way and I'm touching my toes. Pure honey and I can't hear talk my shit. Yeah, and I don't give a fuck, nobody stopping me, bitch. Ain't know I'm litty when I'm in your city. Got my bitches with me, ass and titties, they ain't little bitty. Nigga, we like big shit. Hey, big rocks, big trucks, that's what we copping. And this bitch ain't too bougie, I'm in the project. With that hoe over there hating, wanna be just like me. Just let it calm down, all of my bitches is crazy and we cause a rag. Pulling up quick, lit heels on our toes and they doing the dance. After hours, after jackets, all of my niggas got knots in their pants. Rubber band knots won't fit off in them jeans. Love my inches like them long, but I ain't rocking Chinese bangs. Hey, we come to the club, we feeling it up and you know what it is. They all on our nuts, but we don't give a fuck, we like it, shit. I'm looking around, and I'm seeing them watching, they wanna be down. But ho, I ain't Brandy, wouldn't like to be, so you can't be now. Shit, but I finish it, you know I'm bossy. But I'm with the shit, you wish a bitch would. I pray a bitch don't. I rock Chanel bags, Christian Dior coats. You get your bag though, and then you turn up. Ain't playing with these hoes, cause they don't want it. You take care of your kids and do it dolo. We keep them on their toes, that's why we in the top 10. You know me, I ain't got time to talk to these hoes, cause I be getting the check, the runway walk through the door. When I see your nigga looking, watching out hit the flow. I'm the key, cause you can stick me in, but ain't no turning trick, I'm thorough. And ain't no downgrade, I need big watch just to talk my shit. I need an endorsement, when my lips get padded, they gon' sell quick. And you need a timer, better yet a reminder that I'm that bitch. Cause when we in the club, we run it, you like it, so I'ma talk my shit. But I finish it, you know I'm bossy. And I'm with the shit, you wish a bitch would. I pray a bitch don't. I rock Chanel bags, Christian Dior coats. You get your bag though, and then you turn up. Ain't playing with these hoes.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I hope y'all are feeling good. Thank you for tuning in to yet another listening session with Pure Honey on Black Ink Radio. So listen, y'all. I initially was gonna, I feel like I should share some information about me, who I am. I don't feel like, a lot of people really have an understanding of who I am. So at one point I will circle it back circle back around to that part, but yeah, I definitely want to discuss the disconnect between men and women. And so we got Rich Mo in the building. We got another gentleman. What's your name, sweetie? Bishop. We got Bishop in the building. He said he's an artist too. I might have to just bring him over here so he can, let his point be made. But yeah, I want to know from you guys what you feel like as far as communication between men and women. What is the number one thing on the woman's end that causes just a major disconnect for you? Like, this is where I know it goes left with the woman that we don't understand or that we can't communicate with you.
I personally feel like women have a big issue with not really hearing what you said. I feel like they hear what they want to hear sometimes. So sometimes it's like when we talking, it's almost like not the same language. You understand what I'm saying? And
I've been told that I turn things into something other than what was said, and I do. I do though.
And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that y'all are a lot more emotional than us.
And that's how it gets. Yeah. And that's precisely how it gets misconstrued, because all I'm doing is telling you what I feel about what you said. So you might say, well, Nikki, honey, whatever our relationship is, I don't like X, Y, and Z. And I respond with how I feel about what you said, not a direct response to what you said. You know what I'm saying? So if that hurt my feelings, I'm like, well, that's messed up. Why would you even do the thing? You like, yo, I didn't say that. All I'm saying is, so. But
that's why I learned with women, I learned that instead of saying, like, because a lot of times I'll be like, well, I didn't do that. That's not what, I'm not wrong. A lot of times men feel like they're not wrong, but even if you're not wrong, you have to learn to say, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times it's like I might not feel like I'm wrong, but I still hurt your feelings. So I got to be able to say, look, I know that, I made you feel this way, and I apologize for how I made you feel. I'm not going to apologize for what I did because I don't feel like that's wrong.
Right.
But I do feel like if you feel that way, I do apologize.
No, we don't want that.
But see, I wouldn't say all that part, but I would just say that I apologize for how I made you feel.
Yeah, but that still, I despise when people say that.
Why?
I apologize for how I made you feel.
Well,
I mean,
how about I apologize for that you feel that way?
You
that's
can't.
The wrong one.
That's the wrong one too. Yes.
Do you think both of those are wrong?
Definitely. And men, y'all use them.
But see, that's the problem.
Like things. Why?
Now that means that you just want to. But that means that you just want to be right then. No. Because why would I apologize for something I don't feel like I did was wrong?
Because there should be no apology. If you did it and you're standing on it, regardless of how I feel, what are you apologizing for? You shouldn't be sorry for how I feel or anything. No, you knew that would hurt my feelings before you did it. You're a grown man.
That's not true.
How would you not know? We're grown as hell. What could you possibly do?
See, now we're getting into a subjective area of what are we talking about? Because when you say
generalities,
but you can't say that a person always knows what they did that's gonna hurt.
Would hurt your feelings.
Yeah, we don't know that always.
Okay, for sure. So close the door.
You understand what I'm saying? So we don't always know that we're going to hurt your feelings. But when we do figure it out, it's kind of like, well, damn, you've never been in a situation where somebody said, hey, I lost my job today. And you'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. It's not because you did anything, but no one wants to see somebody feel hurt.
No, we're talking about the cut and dry situations where you know that something, anything you feel like you have to come back and apologize for. If I have to come back to you and say, yo, I apologize for X, Y, and Z, I feel like most times people knew. Well, no, maybe not. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. It only pertains to the area of cheating, lying.
Yeah, like something that you should just straight be apologizing for.
Yeah. But people still will do it and be like, well, I'm sorry that you feel like, no, this is clearly something that you had no freaking business doing. Like, let's be real.
That's totally different.
That's narcissistic to me. Like,
I think the disconnect those with logical thinking and emotions. Like,
I think the women react and handle things too much with our feelings, too much for the man. And man, I feel like y'all shut down on that because it's like, what? She's crying, she's upset, it's too much. It's not straight to the point enough for you just to take it in and move along. I feel like men are more simple. And when we do all of that extra stuff, it just discombobulates everything in the man's mind. Like, well,
because we just want to get to the bottom of it. And y'all just be like, but you shouldn't have, but you did, and it's just like, hold on.
So I've seen a perfect example.
We don't do
a conversation between two men on the chalkboard, the line went straight. Then it was a conversation between two women, and the line went squiggly and all over the place. But the women are comfortable with being all over the place, and men are more comfortable with just getting straight to the point. And when a man is comfortable being all over the place, a woman feels more comfortable talking to him.
Hold on, make that make sense.
Yeah, so
you got to say that again.
If a man is a little bit more emotional in touch with his feminine
I don't
side,
like those kinds.
right, but those are the most talkative men. And women feel more comfortable talking to them on their level. When they say, yo, I'm vibing with you, that's because they feel comfortable with you. Most of the time, men who are straight to the point, they're like,
every man I talk to is always like that with me. Like, it's always a cool connection, open conversation,
Well, you might be an exception to the rule.
Why?
You might be an exception.
Why?
Because, like, most women would feel comfortable with a man that's more talkative. So if you can make a man who's straight to the point feel comfortable, then that's a real vibe right there. You know
I
but
know if
I will say
she
is kind of different, because I'm gonna tell you, like, the way she think, I feel like the way you think is different than a lot of women. You
in
get
a good
what I'm saying? Not good or bad, just different.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
if it's some flaws and some BS in there, you gotta let me know, because I'm trying to correct all disconnects.
Okay, I get what you're trying to say.
Gotta be able to fix it. What's up, y'all?
I don't feel like it's good or bad. It's just you look at things a little differently. Like I said, I feel like a lot of women go off of emotion, and you don't exactly. I've never been in an argument or anything with you, but you don't exactly, to me, go off like that. Like, you think.
No, I want to get straight to the point.
Right.
I don't like all the extra stuff. I feel the same way. Like, oh God, it's getting loud. It's crazy. It's too and then my brain just literally just shuts down.
Your exception.
So I can't.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, but you feel like, so most women are more so argumentative in comparison to me, where I might be like, well, yo, let's get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely would get to the bottom of it quicker than most women. I do feel like when you have your opinion and you're set in a certain way, you really ain't trying to hear nothing though. You. Like, if you feel like a certain way about something, that's just it. Like, you're not really trying to bend.
I'm open if it's something that's just based on perspective.
Right.
Then yeah, I'm open to however anybody feels. But if it's something I've been through that led me to handle things a certain way, I don't give a damn what anybody else thinks about it. I still have to do what's best for me based on what I've been through.
Right.
So I might respect how you feel, but it's just not going to cause me to handle it the way you will or the next person will. I got to do it my own way. It took me a long time to be comfortable doing that, because I always felt like if I wasn't incorporating the way somebody else felt, that it was wrong. So I was making a lot of decisions based on other people, and now that I stopped doing that
comes with experience, though.
Oh man, the level of peace is amazing.
True.
The level of peace is amazing. So
where do you think the disconnect come from?
Thank you for asking me that. I personally, I have to base it on myself and where my disconnect is. See, y'all gave that was a general response that y'all gave for the general. Correct. Is that we're just too emotional sometimes, and it
was very general, yeah.
Okay, so if I have to give that.
No, I mean, give what you want to give, because honestly, we probably should have gave a little more direct answer. But because
that was extremely direct.
Okay.
That was just
general.
Yeah, just one. So you think it's more than one? Yeah, like y'all have more?
Oh, it's a bunch of.
And it depends on what we're talking about. If we're just talking about the connection between men and women, or in relationships, those are two different things. You know what I mean?
That's true too.
Okay, well, y'all can elaborate on yours, because I'm still thinking on mine a little bit. I really want to base it on what's been happening more recently, like as far as me, like dating and trying to get to know people and stuff like that. I feel like everybody's just trying to have sex with me, like, so quickly. They won't. not allowing the natural vibe to occur or build because you're pursuing the sexual part of the situation. That's one of the disconnects for me from mind and body.
Do you think that has a lot to do with what you project?
I think as an artist, because that's the only light people see me in, and, you know, dress certain ways and stuff like that. They don't see me on a daily basis, how I work, where I work. They have no clue what I do. Right. So they see me in these settings and these events, you know, turns up in these outfits. And they probably assume, you know, one thing. But, I mean, a man is going to be more forward anyway when there's a physical attraction. I expect that. However, don't approach me as, yo, you know, I want to get to know you, take you out, and this and that. And then
I think that's where a lot of men go wrong.
Goodness gracious.
I think a lot of men's problem is they don't. This is what it is. This is another one. I'm glad you asked this because now I'm you know, the mind is working. You know what I'm saying? I think another disconnect is when you put something out there, right? You should be able to understand what you're going to get from it. I feel like a lot of women put a lot of things out on the internet or in general, like you said, all we see is your artistry. Mm-hmm. You in artist mode, so it's these type of outfits.
Yep.
You're probably only going to find a genuine nigga at work when you're not looking like that.
Exactly.
Because the problem is y'all project these certain things, and what we do is we see that, and we thinking, oh, it's on. And so
but
now,
you shouldn't hold
on. I mean, we shouldn't, but I'm gonna say. Let me say this.
Because that's right, my line of business,
but that's what you given.
You can't assume that spills over into who I am personally.
But let me tell you something.
Or that I just want to have sex
as an artist, but
I'm focused on sex.
Hold on. But as an artist, you are supposed to be projecting your personal persona.
I do.
So that means that this is you in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't mean that you're going to want to have sex on the first day.
That's what people want to see. It's called promo.
I understand, but hold on. I got a point. Trust me. It's deeper than what I'm saying. And another problem I have with women is y'all cut niggas off. Right? And then you got me talking about some shit that I'm not even talking about. Because it has nothing to do with this.
I'm sorry.
All right. So the whole point I'm trying to get at is because it's a big disconnect and it's wrong on both sides. The thing is, like I said, now you're bringing this as an artist, so in nigga mind, this is who you are, you know, to some degree. So now he want to come and try to talk to you like how he's trying to talk to you, direct. Yo, this is what I want from you.
But they don't come
direct.
Hold on.
I'm telling you why. Just hold on. I'm gonna get there. They come direct, right? And then they get slapped in the face. They get told they're a jerk. You're a misogynist. You this, you that. No. I'm not talking about what you're not letting me finish. This is what has happened before.
Oh, if they come
No.
direct.
This is what has happened in the past. I'm going to tell you how we've evolved. This is why we're where we're at. So originally when social media came out and women dressed the way they dress, men jumped out the window thinking, oh, this is you. Mind you, these girls will probably never step outside like that. And like you said, if a regular day comes and you're not being an artist, you ain't stepping outside like that.
Right.
So now when they get slapped in the face, totally misogynistic, you're this, you're that, you're a horn dog, whatever, you shouldn't be looking at me. Men change the game now. Now when they see somebody like you or that's dressed how you dress, they're lying. Because now they're trying to take a different approach because they're evolving. But it's a waste of time
because as soon as I get in your presence, the real you is going to show and I'm still going to leave you right there where I met you.
They don't know that though.
Yeah, they don't know.
They're finding out.
And that's what dating is about. But that's what dating is about. You should understand that you're gonna find out the real them, and they're gonna find out the real you.
I think it's the men that have a problem understanding that we're going to find out the real you, because instead of having certain conversations, like you just said, what do y'all feel like is the better thing to do? Tell a lie. What?
Not necessarily. Well, so if a man is straight up honest with you, he's not gonna even have a chance to know anything about you.
That's not true. Why would you think that? If I'm even willing to have a conversation with you to where you like a one-on-one conversation, like if we're in a setting where I'm working, you know, as far as, you know, an event or something like that, if I'm sitting here conversing, you pretty much got a couple minutes to, because I don't have long conversations with very many people.
Right
it's
now,
business
so imagine the context of that conversation was, how you doing? You're gorgeous. Nice to meet you. Where you from? I just want to have some sex with you.
Well, that's pretty forward. If I feel the same way, it's gonna happen. What y'all think we gonna do? We want to have sex just as bad
listen
as
to what
men,
you said. They keep
more.
trying. But you just said they keep trying too much.
They don't try it like that though, Rich.
Or you rather than be straightforward is what you're saying.
Yes, they don't try it like that. They lie from the beginning and say, "Oh, I just want to get to know you," blah blah blah. So then they try to set up this
date and all that other extra shit.
And as soon as I see them, soon as we get together, it's weird physical gestures and things. Not attraction, but you're overstepping your boundaries physically with me. And this is the first or second time that because I'm not on that and I haven't told you that. You assume that maybe based on what you saw. Right. That's your fault. You should have a conversation with me to see, what type of person I am. But you have by the time we go out on a date or something. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just a blatant attempt at a finesse.
Well, what I will say is your artist, the person you are as an artist, is going to attract a lot of that. But I will say this: you do have a point. A lot of men need to stick their tongues back in their mouths because you do need to learn how to control yourself.
It's not
because
that
just because somebody is sexy or has sex appeal doesn't mean they're gonna want to fuck you right away.
No.
And niggas need to understand that because I'm not gonna lie, like as a man, when you're around a certain type of woman, you can get a physical feeling from them. Like you want.
We do too.
Not physical. I'm sure. I'm not physical like you're getting hard, but like just like a person can be sexy and want. Yeah.
Like the kinetic energy. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is that's probably what makes them want to jump out the window. But you got to learn to control yourself.
Right. And a woman, man, if the woman is taking time to be in your presence, hanging out,
she's probably interested.
She's gonna give it to you. I'm telling you.
So don't jump the gun.
You don't have to. So I've been getting a lot of that.
But that's true. So I mean, just what happened? You said some lyrics to a song.
You did.
No, you.
Okay, so did y'all have more y'all wanted to add on to the disconnect? It's warm in here.
Nah, go ahead. Open that door or that window. You know how to open the window, baby legs? Shout out to baby legs. From the top, both.
Hey, y'all. So does anybody have a comment? You have to communicate what hurts feelings, and some women have that issue. You have to communicate what hurts feelings. Oh, yeah, it took me a long time. I realized a few years ago that I have a tendency to show the opposite emotion of whatever I really feel. Like, if you hurt my feelings, I'm pissed off. So you probably thinking I don't even give a damn. A lot of people have come to me like, you never cared.
I think that's a disconnect, too.
You never cared. And I'm like, what? Yes, I did. But it's because in those moments where I'm hurt, it would be a defense mechanism to just protect myself and project something strong, which would be anger, you know what I'm saying, when I'm really hurt. Or if I'm really upset, I'm so furious that it hurts my feelings that somebody even could get to me like that. So so I learned to just go ahead and try to be vulnerable enough to show the real feeling so a person will know, because tomorrow's not promised. I don't need you thinking that I didn't care because I wilded out when I was just hurt, and then I believe in something, God forbid something happened to me, and the last thing you think is I didn't even care, when all I had to do was just show you that I did. So yeah, I changed that up.
That's good, because it's confusing, especially with what's the matter? Nothing. What's the matter?
But you can feel it's something wrong.
It's something the matter. Like just let's get to it.
So, but
then it's like how do you even soothe someone?
Are you totally clueless as to what could possibly be wrong? This is in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you can be totally clueless.
No one's gonna ask. No one's gonna ask what's the matter.
But 9 times out of 10, it's probably you.
Yeah, but we don't know what. Say what happened.
You should know. You're you.
That's not. See, that's the problem. If I am me, so if let me tell you something. I try to tell women, right? If I do something, I'm not ever gonna do anything purposely, and then sit there and ask what's the matter. So if I'm being me, and something I do while being me is bothering you, I'm not. Just know I should know, because I don't know. I'm just being me. You know?
No, if I'm your girl and being you, and you're stepping outside, I'm saying in most of the situations,
like somebody like cheating and stuff.
Yeah, like
So now you're talking.
But isn't that mainly what it is? Like,
yeah, but now you're talking about something different from him. Because he's talking about someone sitting there soaking and you don't know what's going on.
Okay,
so you're talking
give
about
me a scenario of yours.
But you're talking about anger, right?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'll give you a scenario for
like a real one.
Sit back, brother.
Right? So we're in the supermarket and we're shopping. And
you said sit back?
No, he good.
And a chick walks down the aisle and gives me the eye in front of you. Mm-hmm. And
he don't see it.
Not even. I did see it. I looked and just acknowledged it, and we kept it moving. We kept shopping. Mm-hmm. We get back in the car to go home, and you sitting there with the scrunchy face.
Don't you know that it's probably because of that?
And what was I supposed to do to stop her from gawking at me? Now you're angry with me. Because I'm a gentleman,
it doesn't necessarily.
Say, hey, bitch, why'd you look
That's probably why they saying nothing is wrong, because technically nothing really can be wrong.
They're just mad.
They're just mad. Vocally say or
and you can't change it.
They can't.
You kind of honestly starting an argument at that point if you keep asking what's wrong, because now it's going to be like, why would you look back? It's like she said. I'm now understanding what you're saying.
Yeah,
what's happening is
nothing.
It's probably nothing that you can do.
Because you know that you can't address that because you don't have a valid angle for it.
Right.
That's what that nothing means. That's what that means. Okay. So you just act like you don't care. Yeah. Just don't pay it any attention and they'll get over it. Or they might try to turn up a little bit, but they know what they're doing.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, what? What was you about to say?
No, that was good. But the one I wanted to talk about was the one you was talking about. See, my thing is the one I don't like is, like you said, when you are hurt, but you project anger. It's like, how am I supposed to know to soothe you if you're being mad? It seems like you just don't want to deal with it anymore. So it's like, how do you soothe? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you? Oh, come in.
You can't worry about it though.
But what if you want to worry about it? What if you want to?
Then you will stress yourself. I'm not gonna waste my time. If I asked you, I literally have no idea what's going on. I cannot be affected by whatever you're choosing to do or say or whatever.
So let me ask you a question. A nigga do something to you. You're angry, right? Mm-hmm. Now, you're arguing with him because obviously you're upset. But you want him to either be sorry or you want him to make it up to you. But you can't help but to be angry. You're not pouting. You're being angry. But you want him to put forth.
I'm not going to be showing anger. I'm gonna be
sad. You just said you were.
I used to do that, and I learned how to fix it. I fixed it. I show my real emotion. If I'm sad,
but there's women that still do that.
Right, that's on them. That's why you don't pay them any attention. That's their fault. They're not even being real with themselves. So why do you have to take time to do it for them?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it, gentlemen. I would let her sit right there, however she's acting, and go ahead with whatever I gotta do. She'll catch up. She'll call. Come on,
you're absolutely right. Let me just say that. You're absolutely right. But still, as being like somebody who cares about, when you with somebody, you care about their emotions, right? You care about how they feeling. So just to see your partner,
don't move that mic around like that.
Just to see your partner or whatever feeling feeling some type of way, it makes you feel some type of way.
Facts.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, what's up?
Well, so what? If they must not care enough. They must not care enough to want to resolve it.
Well, like you said, they don't know how to control their emotions yet.
They know.
Not everybody. So you saying?
But if y'all,
you saying you did when you was doing it?
But if over time you react to the lack thereof. What is Copper Cove? Do you know what a Copper Cove is?
It's closed. It's not open no more. Doesn't matter.
Where is it?
It's over by on Far Road by the Blue, by Sahara. It's like right up. It's up the road a little bit. 12 minutes, 10 minutes. Copper Cove is closed. Yeah, that's the rug spot. That shit shut down.
I don't know how the address got.
Oh, that's because that was the old shop. We had a shop over there.
It never comes up.
For me either. I don't know.
Ever.
I don't know why that happens to other people.
Is this 95?
Huh? 1995?
No. Bennett?
49. That's your guess?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, 'cause it's going to take them too long to get here. From there. Yes.
The disconnect between men and women, ladies and gentlemen. So, what about sexually?
What about it?
Is there any type of sexual disconnect? 'Cause I know a lot of people. You know what? So, I came to realize with this last guy I was recently, dating. I cut him off too. But I feel like a lot of toxic stuff. I feel like everybody at this moment in time, majority of people, not everybody literally, so please don't. I hate when people say
I don't like absolutes,
right, but we know nothing is 100%.
Right.
Like nothing is 100%. So I'm never saying it like that.
Okay.
But I'm just saying I feel like the majority of people are content with toxic stuff, like the little drama and then separate and do some other little stuff and then come back together and like I cannot.
That's because niggas need therapy.
Yeah,
that toxic shit is what you grew up watching, and then now you think that's okay. That's not okay.
Shit is not okay. And
it's not okay
when
at all.
You tired, like you've been through that,
you ain't gonna want that shit no more.
No way.
I'm talking about I was so understanding and patient with this guy, to where it was just unbelievable. I knew what I was setting myself up for. I'm still gonna give you the chance you say that you won't, but I'm gonna watch you do exactly what I'm telling you you're gonna do, and it literally went just like that. So I was able to,
right.
So I was able to, kind of, just I was prepared for what was gonna happen in that situation. You know what I'm saying? But I got totally distracted right now. How you doing, sweetie? I'm good. I totally help me out, Rich, because I just caught a blank.
You was talking about your situation.
The last situation, the guy you cut off.
We was just talking about toxicity in relationships.
Oh, yeah.
But you was asking about toxic.
I noticed. So this is what I noticed. So there was a back and forth thing between him and the baby's mom. So at whatever point he decided to tell her about what we had going on, even though I'm thinking he's single the whole time, which I do think he was. I just think she didn't want him.
Right.
So she kind of dangled him around whenever she wanted him there. She let him come. When she didn't, she kicks him out and comes to me. But you took it upon yourself to tell her. Now, that was one emotional thing to me. Like, that's too much. We don't even know what we're doing. We feel like ourselves that we may be moving too fast with what we're doing. So why would you go and tell the person you really want to be with, even though you're not telling me you really want to be with them? Why would you tell that girl that? And then when the drama arises out of it, you run right back to it. Toxic. You like
he likes it.
The thing is he used you to hurt her.
Exactly, and to make her jealous, to want him back.
Right.
But does he really believe now that she really loves me? She wants me. Some
people do.
Some people believe
they
that.
be thinking it.
Some people believe that,
and they actually do love them. Like they sick like that.
They don't realize it's a game. What's going to happen is she's going to want you for the moment until she remembers why she did.
That she does it exactly.
Because every human being wants something that they feel like they either lost or can't have. So if you feel like you lost it, you're going to want it back. Until you get it back, then you don't want it again. And if you feel like you can't have it, you really going to want it. That's just how we are as humans. See, a lot of the times I used to get a lot of girls like that playing off their emotions of acting like I wasn't interested, and then that would make them interested. But what I got tired of is you have to keep that game up.
Oh.
There's at no point of their day, if they didn't want you in the beginning, they're not gonna want you
ever
at any point. You're gonna have to keep that emotion in them. That's that roller coaster. Because that one day they're gonna look like, what the fuck, man? And then you gotta do some dumb shit.
He hit me up and said, yo, I'm going back to her. We're gonna have to cut everything off with you. We're gonna have to cut all lines of communication. I'm like, okay, sweetie. I said, okay, all right. I knew that was gonna happen. I wish y'all the best. At the end of the day, I was under the impression that a lot of the choices were for kids that were involved. So I always put the kids and families before me. If it's a man I'm dating and his situation with one of his kids or only kids mom could work out, I'll support the black family staying together. So I will put myself on the back burner with my personal feelings and support you sticking together and just cry at home or be miserable or sad on my own, you know. But I have to respect that.
Well, you different. We just said
so
that.
I told him, okay, cool, you know, good. Like, I'm gonna have to cut all lines of communication. I'm like, bruh, you know, you don't have to block or cut. I'm not gonna blow you up. I never do. Yeah, the same night, I just want us to be friends. 3 weeks went by. Didn't see me. Was still texting, calling every day these 3 weeks. After the 3 weeks, came back for 3 days. If I could just have the relationship with you and you could just be my baby's mom. You know, oh, bruh.
Yeah.
If all you told me from the beginning was that I really do want to be with her, but I don't think she wants me like that. And I want my family, so I don't know what's going to happen over there, but I'm enjoying what I'm doing with you. We would have been straight until I got tired, and then I would have told him, yo, this is too much for me now, you know.
Yeah.
That's it. You messed it up. You messed it up.
You know how many women to this day, for being honest like that, like, there could still be a situation, like, if I
Mike
just said, yo, what's up? Oh, it was you? Oh, it was you just for being who I am, being honest like that.
What you mean?
Like, just being, yo, I got this going on, and this is what I want. Like, this is who I am. Like,
right.
I've always been that person. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, we really respect it, but I don't think men believe that we will.
Nah, I know the proof is in the pudding.
I think it's a little deeper than that. I think that niggas don't want to give you the option to say yes or no. They want what they want.
So
the thing
they
is,
not giving you nothing that could
no
risk them
option,
not getting.
because
So that's just plain selfish.
Yes, because a
nigga
don't know.
I've been taking up for the guys.
He didn't know if you was gonna say, "Yo, I rock with that."
Right.
So what he did was he made you rock with it.
Right.
Made you rock with
Made
it.
you
And
rock
that's
with
what
it.
makes me want to
Strangle him.
look.
Right.
It's pure honey. Shit
But you
gets
gotta
sticky sometimes. Now don't play
You got to
with me.
make the better choices too, because you deserve better. So,
Well, I mean, this is the thing. This is why, you know, the reason for my podcast and who I am as a person is simply for understanding. So I will continue to put how I feel, what I think, what I see to the side, even if whatever you got going on looks the same as something else. I don't know for a fact it's the same. So I would have to what? Give it a chance to see. You know, if I'm saying I'm trying to rock with you, I would have to let you show me. So
True.
that's the amount of, you know, certain percentage of your guard let down or a chance given that you have to if you're saying you're trying to get to know somebody. So I'm going to let you play yourself. I'm going to see what you're on. If this is what you're telling me, it reveals itself so quickly as long as you're paying attention.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so that's pretty much. But yeah, I mean, that situation right there was like, bruh. And like, I just feel like all you had to do was tell me. But I'm telling him, like, you still love this girl, you know. Man, shorty don't do this, shorty don't do that, shorty this, shorty that. Don't talk about her like that, you know what I'm saying? I never supported that, you know. Well, I'm just finna move out and this and that. No, you can't just move out and leave that girl. And you told me that the only reason you been there, quote unquote, was because you didn't want her to be on her own after she got pregnant with y'all's kid. You know what I'm saying? So if she used to you taking care of her, you're going to have to train her how to take care of herself. So you can't just leave, you know, like I'm thorough. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do her like that. And I'm not going to respect you for doing that for me.
Right.
Because if you willing to just pick up and leave, like you thought I was going to be impressed by that?
He do it with the next joint. Yeah.
So yeah, it was a pretty unfortunate situation, but I'm just feeling like it's a lot of people out here that put on an image of somebody or something that they're really not, and then when I peep it and address it, and it's like, oh, I'm the problem or whatever. No, just be real and see if that works. Why are people so afraid to just be real? I think that's the disconnect.
I think motherfuckers are just selfish. That's all. It's a selfish thing. They don't want to give you the option to choose not to deal with them.
Or they scared.
It's so funny when you put it like that, though, Rich. Like, it's really funny. You're not going to give me the option. And definitely took that option because let's go back now. Yo, what's up? You know, yeah, I got this going on with my baby mama. But I do love her, and I really do want to be with her. I'm like, oh, no, go ahead and go on and be with her. I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, exactly. So guess what?
You made me.
He took that option away from you.
So do I get to take something from him?
No.
Yeah,
yourself.
Soul.
Yourself.
The fuck?
That's not enough.
Like
That's not enough. Niggas acting happy with that. Niggas acting cool with that shit. You need to take a L. If I have to take a L, you need to take one.
See, there you go. That's the other disconnect. Y'all motherfuckers don't always want to be vindictive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It definitely crosses my mind. I just have grown beyond that. That was some kid shit to be trying to get even. I'm way too mature for that. But that's how it makes me feel, though. Like, if you willing to play with my feelings and how I'm actually moving out here, then I can't trust you, period. So that's detrimental to my livelihood. And if you're going to keep playing and finessing and lying and stuff, hell yeah, that will get me to a point where out of defense, I feel like I need to do something to you. Revenge. Or just get the hell away from me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to go up. You playing with me too much.
That's called woman's nature, not defense.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. You got men out here that's wilding now.
They got women traits. That's
men done got tired of. No, I think the fellas have finally gotten tired.
I think the fellas got a lot of estrogen in them.
Mm-hmm. No, they tired of these women. They're tired. They're tired. These are women they catching in the bed with family members. This stuff, y'all know how long this stuff been going on.
You gotta make better choices.
Y'all know.
Knew she wasn't. You gotta make better choices. Men gotta make better choices. You know what you got. Every man knows what he has. Believe me, I'm telling you.
What you mean as far as the woman?
Yeah, you know if your woman could get fucked by somebody else.
Oh, you do?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You should know what kind of woman you got.
Yeah.
So if the man is cheating on that woman, but they still staying together, that means both of them probably sleeping with other people, don't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I think that situation was.
Mm-hmm. Cheating on each other.
They need a little break. They get their little thing on the side, come back with
and people are really doing this.
But then you gotta even realize, if you've never met her or talked to her, he could be giving you a whole felonious story where
I ain't never even seen him with a house key.
That could just be his girlfriend.
That could be bills over
that could be his whole girlfriend.
How you pay all the bills with no name or nothing?
You stay with me for 3 solid weeks.
Oh no!
I never saw a house key. I never saw a house key.
He's not paying all the bills.
You not paying them.
How the fuck he stayed with you for 3 weeks?
You not paying them, and how she didn't care that you was gone that long if that's your girl.
Did he go to work for those 3 weeks?
Yeah,
he did.
He was at work every day. Went to work and came back to me.
Nah, he wasn't paying them bills.
Nah.
You not paying them. See, that's what I'm saying. How
I feel like it was a whole other nigga over there every now and then with her.
Exactly. Exactly.
She let you back in the house, and that's what you did. See,
the other baby father.
You just gave that nigga a place to stay. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where he want to be. And I'm like, yo.
Dessert. And some dessert.
Right, but you could have got that from the beginning. Maybe had you kept it real, or at least when you saw I was catching on. Look, man, okay, let me just stop right here. Yeah, that's probably would have been better. I could see him not telling me from the beginning. Mm-hmm. I done been lied to about serious things from the jump, but I get it because you don't know me yet. So you don't know if I'm a woman. You want to, my last ex kept a whole baby from me. But the baby was being born a month after 2 months into us start. So I could see why he didn't, you know what I'm saying, want to tell me. But that still ended up being a... It is.
Imagine that.
Yo, but you would have never told me if I found out. That's what's sneaky. You not telling me from the jump is cool.
Right.
But you trying to lock me down and be in a full relationship with me without telling me about a kid.
That's horrible. You got it. That's something that you got to give up before you even say we together.
Look, Mo, you trying to get a
pregnant.
Low,
nigga like that.
More drama.
Now I got 2 kids.
Ain't none of that, y'all. Ain't none of that. So I'm hopeless in the Georgia, Atlanta,
the romance
dating scene. Yes.
Well, you just gotta not date anybody that you meet at your shows and stuff. But what I would do is I wouldn't take anybody serious until I go on that first date and show up looking pretty normal.
That's what just messed up the last situation. I'm kind of sad about that because I actually liked this guy too.
And you showed up normal?
Yeah.
And he ain't like it?
No, he loved it and tried to kiss me and was doing a bunch of extra physical stuff. That was too much.
On the first date? For him.
Wow.
He's mentally.
And, some guys haven't had that much experience, regardless how old they are.
This is an older man.
Like I said, regardless how old they are.
That's a
I
fact.
know men who's only been with 5 women, 50 years old.
That's crazy.
Like,
dang, y'all, what?
yeah,
What's
I was in the
wrong with
army,
phone?
so I know,
That's
dudes
that's
they were grown ass men didn't get no buns.
Well, 5 women. If he was in 5 long ass relationships, that's different. But if you just only been with 5 women and it's like no real long relationships, that's kind of bad. That means you went some decades
Why
without
is
some
it
pussy.
bad?
You went some decades.
Let's go on some dude stuff. Like, imagine being around talking to a bunch of dudes and they, we talking dude stuff. You're like, yo, so how many girls you been with? Joe's 50 years old. I've had 5 girls in my life.
5 girls in my life.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of crazy.
y'all
You got
crazy.
1 girl for every 10 years.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like I haven't had a lot, but I feel like at 5 is kind of that's astronomical. I'm 42 and I'm under 20, so
You rehearsed that.
I rehearsed it.
Do you see where I'm looking?
What?
In
Yeah.
the sky, nigga.
Well, everybody, this
Under
has
20.
been a listening session with Pure Honey. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will catch you guys next time. Shout out Black Ink Radio and Rich Mo in the building.
Hi.
Y'all have a good have a good night.
You are now tuned in to Black Ink Radio.